Uh-oh. She was a mess. God.
Let's see. Let's type her back.
I told her to log out and then log back in. See if she can't, get back because we'll see if we can't get it to work. I want it to work, man. Oh,
well, here we go.
Let's see. She left the room. Now see if she comes back. Maybe we'll even hear her better. Maybe her computer will learn. We'll see if we're at that stage in the world.
Really?
Where our electronic devices learn from our own mistakes.
I've seen that movie. In the end, we're always screwed.
Oh yeah, we haven't been screwed before. And we see how the industrial age is playing out.
Wow, forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. Are we still in the industrial age? What age is this?
No, isn't this the information age?
But I mean, isn't it determined by what you're?
Well, then wouldn't that be the digital age?
Well, I don't know. What is our source of energy? It's still old school.
Yeah.
We're still using coal and gas, and I mean, people are phasing out nuclear power. I mean,
as they should, but where are they going to take it? It's here to stay. But yeah, I guess it would be considered. I don't know. I really don't have time to think about creating categories in my head or paying attention.
Okay, I got a note from her. It said the computer just cut off.
Ours.
Hers.
Oh. That's too bad.
What the have you on? She's going to log in on her phone. Let's see how this works. This is good that we try all this stuff,
Oh my God. Well, it's, I don't know if it's something that you...
No, hey, no one's ever tried it on the phone. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. We're live right now, so we can talk about the people and tell them what's going on.
Who's on the other? You can have Riley be Dan Rather.
Well, we'll see what happens. She's live from some source out there somewhere. We'll see what happens.
So,
but now, no, really, back to that conversation on the information versus the digital versus the industrial age.
Well, you're just trying to, you're asking what age is this?
Yeah.
I always thought it was the digital age.
But I'm trying to decide what determines where you are. I mean, we know the Bronze Age was centuries long. And it was many, many years ago. What came after the Bronze Age? I mean, I don't even know all the different ages that we have.
Then the Iron Age?
Okay.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
What is?
I don't do history. You know what? I need to look it up.
I was wondering what you expected from me.
You're an educator. You're a man shaping the minds of the youth
that's
about our future. What do you tell them?
That's your fault.
My fault. Oh, God.
What are you looking at me for?
Well, you're supposed to know the answer to this question. Uh-oh, here we go. Here she comes.
Whoa. Okay.
And, hey.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, clearly.
Hang on. I'm adding you to the scene.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm glad.
We didn't know if phone would work. We're learning right now. We're learning with you. This is you are the first person to be on the show outside of our little circle.
You're like dealing with extraterrestrials. No one else has ever done it. This is the first time.
Really? Yeah, this is definitely a learning experience for me.
Yeah, learning for me too.
I was using my boyfriend's computer, and basically what happened, it just totally just cut off automatically, and I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but
Well, I'm glad we could do it. This is cool.
yeah.
Well, it should be titled, coming via the phone. It's something new. It's landmark.
Yeah. So no, it's good for us to know that a phone will work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, we didn't know. First off, let me say, my name's Ted Washington. The other guy is Ron Moya.
Yes.
That's Riley Tew.
Riley.
And we want to thank everyone who is out there watching UnsellableBeta. Welcome to the show. The artwork you see is by Riley Tew. Riley, what is the name of this artwork?
Red Bird.
This Red Bird?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to ask why. I got to ask why.
Are you legitimately asking why? Or?
Yeah, why?
Oh, it's named Red Bird because there's a red bird in the middle.
And there you go.
It's a very uninspired name, but
Iron Age.
And I'm just like, I'm not sure what to name this, so I'm just gonna name it Red Bird. I don't like naming my artwork. I find that to be very difficult to do.
Wow. My names are really simple because they usually always are like mostly portraits or like something representational of something else. So it's like, okay, just throw that name on it. But this is why it's great for me to talk to other people about their artwork, because my artwork is so stupid and simple.
Yeah, but when you said that you're a difficult time coming up, there's so much going on in the work and so many levels. I'm just kind of wondering what you were thinking while you were making something like that, when you were making that piece.
Well, I mean, I just have a vivid imagination, so I like to find different materials to put things together. So I do a combination of, it's called mixed media collage, that's what I call it. So I do a combination of drawing and painting, and I cut out those drawings and I paint them, and then I basically just glue them to canvas. And what I do with the canvas is I paint the canvas, and then I glue different materials that I find from magazines and different objects. Like you can see the clocks right here on the piece that I basically just super glued to it. I just got those from Hobby Lobby. So I just take different materials that I find that I think would be interesting, and I put it together to just, I don't know, make it look like a different world. You're peering into a window into like a different world.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much to look at.
Hey, what do you look at a lot? I mean, when you're looking, I mean, just out there looking at the world. I mean, like, some people research stuff, some people go to museums, some people go to galleries, some people read. What do you do that gets you there?
You're talking about like inspiration wise?
Yeah. I mean, is there something you look at a lot?
For me personally, it just takes, for me to create a piece like that, it takes me time, and it takes me to the point where like I'm at peace with myself. So I typically do my art in the middle of the night. There's nights where I'll stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning. So there would be no distractions from the outside world. It's just me and the canvas or the sketchbook paper. Like, that's what I need for myself. And for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but it's very difficult for me to make art when I'm stressed or unhappy, or I have depression or whatnot. So when I'm truly happy and I'm content within myself, and my life at the moment is when I can like create a piece like that. So it just takes time sometimes, to get me to that place where it's like, I would call it like nirvana. Like, and I get like this surge of like just joy. Like, I get pure joy when I create a piece like that. Like, once I'm finished with it, I'm just like, this is amazing, or sometimes I look at it and I'm just like, this sucks. Sometimes I look at my art and I'm just like, man, this sucks. Or I look at like past art and I'm like, wow, I really thought that was the shit. And now I'm looking at it now and I'm just like, man, that wasn't good at all. But yeah, I would say peace of mind.
How long? You said it takes you a time. How long does it take to do a piece? Like say like this one.
I would say about a month.
You know, that's a relief. That's a relief. Well, the last couple of artists we had, they said, "Oh, I do it in like 20 minutes," and I'm just like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I'm like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm always looking for a way to get off the screen when I hear that. It's like, I'm so ashamed.
Because I take like a month. Well, yeah, some people get 20 minutes. I'm like, I take like a month to 6 weeks because my work takes some time, man. You know, like I can bust out.
Yeah, you've got other things you gotta do with your time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta work, you gotta eat, you gotta take care of people yourself, you know? You don't got time to just sit there and stare at the canvas and imagine it doing something.
I'm still working on a drawing that I started in 2nd grade.
Oh gosh. I have used all of those for fuel, but anyway. Oh, well, damn. Okay, you know, we had a topic. I like the fact that you questioned me on this topic. It wasn't going to be about art, and so the idea that you stay up so long. So, do you have small ideas that you pursue, or are they all big ideas?
I would say the bigger the better. So these pieces are relatively small, I would have to say. And before that, I would have much smaller pieces. I don't know the exact measurements, but it was like on sketchbook paper. Mm-hmm. And then I started working on canvas that are much larger than the sketchbook paper that I was originally working on. So now I'm working on another piece that's much bigger than this piece of canvas. Again, don't know the exact measurements. Numbers are not my thing. I was very bad at math. But drawing I could definitely do off the walls. But other than that, yeah. So I guess I would say I've started off small and now I'm kind of going bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah.
Does the idea get bigger do your ideas get bigger as your artwork gets larger?
I would say so, yeah, because then that's like more space. You know, that's more space. And just how this took me a month to do, I'm pretty sure a larger piece is going to take me way longer. Because another thing, too, I don't know about y'all, but I have this habit where I'll start something and then I'll be like, okay, I'm done with it. And then I'll be staring at it 2 weeks later and I'll be like, okay, I need to get back to doing this. And then I'll get back to doing it. And that's why it takes a long amount of time sometimes, because I'm usually brainstorming what I want to do with it next. Like, what other piece do I want to add from it, from like a magazine, from like, I don't know, like a random magazine, anything that I have, because I have a whole collection of magazines. I have Vogue magazines. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Bazier. And I also have National Geographics. So I really like National Geographics. I guess I'm going off on a tangent here because there's...
No, it's a good tangent.
Images. Yeah, there's so many clear images that you can get from National Geographics and like fashion magazines. And you can get like single objects that you can easily cut out of the paper and use.
Mm-hmm. So it's a rich resource.
Yes, very.
It's National Geographic, a rich resource for colors too, because they're just so beautiful. The photographs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I changed the art. If you didn't notice.
Yeah, I would have to say like. Oh, I seen. I think we're gonna set this phone down. Set it down right here. All right, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yes. I like this one. You're using found objects and collage. And I just like that red in the background, that Indian red. Or they called it Indian red. It's kind of racist title or name for a tube of color, but That's what they used to call it. But it's just such a beautiful color that you have in there with that light blue and the purple in there.
Mm-hmm.
What are the keys for?
I was going to ask that too myself. They look like an old set of keys.
Oh, the keys. So I figured it would go. Yeah, so the keys, again, I got that also from Hobby Lobby. I was just shopping one day, and I just got this hot glue gun, and I was experimenting with it, and I found those. Technically, they're for, like, sketching. Well, not sketching, but what was it called? Scrapbooking. Technically, they're for scrapbooking, but I was like, I'm going to use it for this piece because I feel like it goes with this piece. Like, it's unlocking something.
What's the title?
Within.
What's the title?
Red Bird, come on.
Stop. Don't mess with me. I'm just an innocent child trying to run around here and figure out the world. I was wondering what the title was. That's all.
Sorry. I'll leave if you need me to.
Riley, what is the title? Please don't say Red Bird. Let's say Spiral. Thank you. That one I can understand. All right.
It's got a lot of fashion design feel to it.
I'm telling you, I got a difficult time picking names.
No, well, I can see where the spiral is in this piece. Hey, now that the body up there, is that from like a fashion model, one of those display stands that you put clothes on? That's what it looks like.
It looks like, almost like a 1920s style with that dress down.
It's meant to be a mannequin of sorts, wax molded mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see how it's dripping,
mm-hmm.
like how the face is melting,
right.
The body's melting. Yeah.
What's this piece mean to you?
So this piece just means, like, I would say, like, confusion.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, confusion and just a feeling of dread, because the drawing right here with the spiral and the eye, and you can see how it's like geometrically drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that night I was having a really, really rough night and I couldn't sleep, and it was a night where I stayed up all throughout, and I remember drawing that, and just the way I was feeling on the inside was I wasn't feeling the greatest, so I just put it down on sketchbook and I drew that, and yeah.
So this one came from a sketchbook?
So.
Or is this piece in the sketchbook?
Yeah, well, this drawing, you see the two figures, the white and black? Those are drawings, and those are paintings that I did. So I drew those, and then I cut them, and then I cut them out of the sketchbook paper.
Oh! Okay. All right.
That's what I do, yeah. And then the background is just drip painting art.
So you're creating your own collage material.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a cool idea.
Yeah, actually making your own material. You said that this was all generated from an experience, and then boom, you this ended up doing this. So this is real. Your work is like really internalized. It's like it's deep inside you, and this. You know what? I was going to make. But I'm not going to do it now, because if this is what's coming out of you from just having a night or just feeling something, and this comes out of you, I would keep my mouth. I would shut my mouth, and I wouldn't tell you anything. I would let you find it for yourself. I mean, I know that sounds so vague, but that's what art is. It's a lot of vague and some cool stuff to look at.
I feel like you were going to say something there, but you're not going to say it now.
No, I'm not. And that was what I'd love to get going there, is that you get curious about, because when you see it, and you will see it someday. When you see it, you're going to go, holy crap. And that's going to change you.
Man, did you now the surface that you painted this on? What is it? Is this canvas as well?
Yes, that is canvas. And so that canvas piece in particular, I was going to do something different with it. And I was just going to trash the whole thing because I just didn't like what I painted on it originally. So then one night, I just was like, all right, I'm just going to take a bunch of paints and I'm just going to pour all over this thing. I mean, my floor was a mess. It was a mess.
Dude, it's so, it looks like it got caught in a thunderstorm of paint. And it was sitting outside in the drainway and it just ran over it with paint. It's awesome. Because it looks like
cool drawing.
It's like a whole mix of paint that's just like, running into a gutter. Honestly, it captures the feeling of what I was feeling that night in particular. And that was a different night. But yeah, that's most of the time, that's when I create my art. That's when I draw is at night, because frequently I stay up at night because I'm a night owl. So,
Yeah, you said before that you needed to be at peace and you have joy from it, but didn't you say you created this piece in particular, not from being in a moment of peace?
Right.
Did you when you got done doing the piece, did you feel it then?
No, I did, yeah.
So when you got done with it, you're like, oh, that's why I wasn't feeling it.
But you would agree that most of the time, when you get done with the work, you feel really good about it. Or the process of going through and doing it, you must feel good.
Yeah,
it's cool.
When I'm done with it, I do feel good. Yeah. But there are times where I have created art and I did have peace and I was okay and everything was all right in the world internally. And I would make a piece of art and, I'd be like, this is awesome, but I just remember that one piece in particular. I was definitely I was having a night. So
yeah,
that one brings up a lot of old emotions.
I just want to say that this one, in comparison to the others look so much more controlled, where this one looks like it's so much more chance involved.
Yeah.
And you had said that you were thinking about destroying this piece or getting rid of this piece. I don't know. What made you decide not to?
Oh, it was the canvas. Because before I drew everything and put everything on it, before I glued everything on it and glued it down, it was the canvas in particular. Because you can see the layer on top. Mm-hmm. There's more paint that I poured on top of the original painting that was already there. Mm-hmm. The thing is like I didn't like it. So the original, like just the canvas period, I didn't like. And then I went back to it. And then I started drawing something. And then that's when I was like, okay, I can work with this. I can do something with this. And that's what I came up with.
So did the canvas, because you weren't satisfied with it, spur the idea? Or was the idea, where did the idea come from? Other than you were having a hard night?
Honestly, that's just where the idea, came from mainly. I'm not sure how to put it in any other words. It just internally.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at our topic, basically, big ideas, small ideas, and I'm wondering, was the painting you did at first a small idea that got covered up by a bigger idea, or was it a big idea that got corrected by a smaller idea?
I'm just gonna agree with the first thing you said because that makes
I only say that. I say it because I have pieces that I do that start off as an idea, and then as I am into them, they blossom. Yeah, they change, and then they create several. I did a series of pieces a couple of years ago that started off with just a single piece, and the process of doing the piece led to 3 other pieces. Actually, it's led to 5 other pieces since then.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed the process so much, I didn't realize what was going on. I was just trying something. Like, I'm going to try this and see what happens. And next thing I knew, it just blew up.
Yeah, but I think the process is really the work, and it's more fun than anything else. Because that, after you get done, you get the piece. It's just a piece, and you're waiting to get on to the next thing. So I actually appreciate the process. That whole, like where I am right now. It's like it just feels good to be there. Then you get it done. You go, whoa, that was a good solution, and then you get back into it again, where you're searching and rummaging around and making your.
So that's what I'm saying. Well, Riley, you can speak up here anytime. This piece in particular, we're going to go into the next piece in a few seconds. But this piece in particular, it feels like it was a wrestling match. There was a piece in first, and we had to wrestle it down to a piece that was acceptable.
Manageable. Yeah, that's how I felt about that. It was like a wrestling match. It was like I was picking it up, throwing it against the wall, beating it up, trying to get it into submission. And it was just like, nope, Riley. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to put you down for a few weeks. Had a rough night, picked it back up, and I was like, okay, I can do something with this, And that's what I did.
Hey, who's the little guy in the corner there? The little guy on the right. Who is he? Or
switching a little bit.
Oh, I am?
You're all right now. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, who I see it as a little man in the right-hand corner. Who is that? The guy with all the diamonds and designs on him. He looks like a little man following that other figure. Is that what is that?
You see a little man?
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God.
You can't unsee it. Once you can't unsee it. It's there. It's the little guy he's carrying a basket, and he's got this little design on his head, and he's got that little arm that comes out. He looks like a little
Ron has looked at way too much for Kyle. Now she sees it. She sees it too now. Now she sees it. Because I saw it when you started saying it, but now she sees it. You see it too now, Riley?
I mean, I gotta say, it is the strangest thing. I mean, it's what gives it its weirdness is that little figure, that forest they're going into, and then the suggestion of that key. There's a whole story here waiting to happen. I mean, by putting that key in there, you gave the viewer something to play with. It's real playful in a way.
Hey, you do good art.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on our show. I don't know. I'm going to change the artwork though, but Ron's going to keep talking while I got to play with the controls. Ron, you guys talk for a second.
Okay. Hey, are you going to put another artwork up?
Yeah, I am right now. I'm going for it. I'm going to go get one.
All right.
I got to go find one. Hey, Ryan, while I'm doing this, what's the order of these pieces? Is this one older than the first one or younger than the first one? Where are we at here?
I would say that one was second to Redbird Spiral.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull up on my Instagram to see because I can't remember exactly. Let me see. Yeah, I would have to say that one was after Redbird. I know that for sure. And that one was the first one. Red Sea is the first one.
What's the name of this one?
Red Sea.
Okay, well, there we go. Red Sea. All right.
I'm telling you, I need to do like a name generator to.
I'm sure there's an app. There's an app somewhere.
I bet it is. You scan the artwork and the app kicks out a name.
I want to own shares of that one. The one I always laugh at is it says Untitled, and then somebody asks, "What would you name this?"
Ronnie, I gotta ask, where are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm in North Carolina, Wilmington.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, by far. So it's late there. It's like 9:30 there.
No kidding.
Wow. Hey, thank you for coming on our show. I want to say thank you once more before we continue the conversation, so we can talk about this little alien guy here.
This is fun.
So this is what I'm saying. When I looked at the other one with now I forgot the title of it. The one with the keys. I forgot the title. Right, help me. Spiral. When we're looking at Spiral versus this piece, this is what I was saying when I said this one looks so much more controlled. It actually looks like you knew where you were placing everything in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You knew where it all went. Like you knew that the king's head was going to be up in that corner, and that the flowers were going to be in the places they were. So was this one in your head ready to go when you started?
Yeah, I would say so, because I cut out all the pieces premeditatively before I made it. So I already knew what the color scheme was going to be and what the theme was going to be in particular. And I already had the drawings drawn up for it. So, yes. Yeah.
So I am loving the fact that you draw your own collage material.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
That is different.
I mean, that is just, yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, and I like it because it's interesting how when you draw your own stuff and you cut it out, and then you cut out things from, a magazine, a book, or whatever, and then you can kind of mesh it together and make it look like it actually belongs together.
Yeah, like this piece. This piece is just perfect. It looked like it was meant to be together.
Did anything inspire this particular piece? Because, man, it just feels strong.
I'm not sure. I can't even remember. I don't have any strong emotions attached to that piece in particular.
Really?
Yeah, really honestly.
Man.
I would say okay, hold on. So there's this. Do you see the cards that I cut out that are in each of the corner?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so those were from an ex-boyfriend, and they were jumbo playing cards. And I was going through my apartment and getting rid of all my ex's stuff, and this was a long time ago. And I was like, I kept those 5 cards, and I was like, all right, I want to cut something out of those and add it to that art, and I was like, all right, this would fit within the theme. So yeah, I guess, but nothing really I don't have any strong emotions attached to that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of layered meaning that it seems like you're getting at it, but you kind of just stop, with the cards and going, well, yeah, that's the place they went. Because what I'm imagining is how you have this all laid out in front of you, and it's like a puzzle that you're trying to figure out. I mean, I would like to see how you work. That's what I would like to see.
What's with all the little moths?
The moths?
There's moths all.
So I have this insect book that I cut them out of, the little moths and the bugs and stuff. And I cut them out of the piece. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's 2 moths in the middle.
Right, I see those.
I remember, so I would have to say some of this material I got from a National Geographic, and it was a journey. It was called Journey to China, and it was really, really interesting. And I was looking at all of the photos in there. They were all beautiful, and I know I cut a few things from there. And let's just see. The 2 seashells I got from a fashion magazine, and then these little, what were the icicles? The pictures of the icicles and the ice melting. I got that from another National Geographic. But yeah, and then the cicada. There's a cicada right there, and it reminds me of the time when my older brother, and this is when I lived in Kansas a long time ago, I turned around and he had a cicada on a stick. And it flew right at my face, and I screamed, and I turned around, and I ran away, and he was laughing at me. But it's okay. I got him back for that, though.
Uh-oh. Is Ron frozen?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Ron freezes sometimes. So,
I do freeze. It's very chilly.
So you lived in Kansas for a while.
When I was really young, I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cicadas, man. Woof. When they first come out of the ground, they have those giant hooking claws.
Yeah.
Before they molt and become with the big wings, they change drastically. They're like not even the same creature.
Wow, I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, this is
okay. Are you switched to the last one?
No, this is not the last one. You want me to go to the last one? I will. Hang on a second. I'm going to.
These are so weirdly bizarre to look at.
Riley, that's a great compliment coming from. Uh-oh.
I'm calling for someone. The
phone okay.
Like 10%.
Your phone is.
Oh, goodness Lord. Can you plug? Do you have a plug-in?
He's got the charger. Hold on one second.
Okay.
You got the charger. He's got the charger.
Okay, good. I like the way we're doing this. This is all. Hey, Riley, thank you once again.
Yeah.
For joining into our madness. I hope you're having a good time. I mean,
I am.
So, on the scale of big ideas, small ideas, where we got here? What are we thinking? 1 to 10 here. Where's this on the idea meter?
I would say that this was like, a small idea because I didn't pull any sort of inspiration from it. What I'm trying to say is that I didn't model any of my other artwork off of this in particular. So like all my art pieces, like some things I like to draw from my other pieces and put it into a new one, but this one particular, not really. No, I didn't really. So I would say it's a small idea because it didn't really like grow into something any bigger than it was.
So no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm gonna get the charger.
Okay.
You get the charger. I'm gonna change the artwork.
All right.
So characters make it into other drawings or other paintings. See.
That's actually something I didn't. You didn't say that before. That's pretty interesting. All right.
I'm telling you,
they're all feminine characters. If you look closely, like you can see that they're all very feminine characters. So.
Except for that little short guy in the other one. that guy is spooky.
All right, I just changed your art. Man, I want to say something. Ron, I have learned how to change the artwork without having to log out. Have you not noticed?
Well, you're a master.
No, dude, I've been practicing.
Okay.
A master at technology.
No, not even, man. I'm telling you now, I'm practicing. We are literally learning how to do this as you're doing it. Welcome to the beta team.
Right. What do they call this age?
Uh-oh.
What do they call this age? We've had the industrial age. We've had what's this age called? We had the atomic age. We had the atomic age.
Ron says this is the digital age. Are we at the digital age? Because I feel like we're at the industrial age. I mean, we're worried. Riley?
I say so, yeah.
Say what? That we're in the digital age?
Yeah, we're in the digital age.
See, I worry about that because I sit here and think about.
Wait! I've gotta put some gasoline in my computer right now. I'm running low.
God, you know what? I'm not gonna listen. The whole thing is
industrial age.
Okay, well, see, the whole thing is though. Look at where electricity is still generated from. We haven't changed the way we make power.
I try not to think about where electricity comes from. I think it just comes.
See, And here we are today. Yes, indeed. Anyway, enough of that.
It's not electrical technicians.
Yes, that's right. We're artists. And I want to speak to my area rep.
Oh God! This show. I'm sorry you had to be part of this. I hope you don't mind.
Let's look at your artwork. Because now that I know that you're lying and not telling me the truth, that there's so much stuff going on in here, now, like a detective, I want to figure out what it is.
I am really blown away when you said the characters make it from piece to piece.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So do you draw these characters repeatedly and then put them in different scenes? Is that the deal?
Yeah, they're all females. They're all feminine.
Yeah, but I get that. But you said are some of them the same?
No.
They're not the same exact thing. But I would say that they are. It's all feminine energy transformed into something different in each piece.
So are they sequential? The works are they growing?
Yeah, because normally before I started working on canvas, I would just do drawings of nude women, and then I would again collage them onto sketchbook paper. But primarily, they would just be a painting of nude women, and then I would add different things I would cut out. But it isn't like what I do now. So, like, I would say over time, my art's definitely evolved. Larger. So
I just got
ideas, small ideas. Then yes, it's definitely transformed from a small idea to a bigger idea, and it's evolved over time.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I saved this one for last because this one was my favorite one.
Yeah.
And so since I was the one in charge of picking the art in the order, I saved my favorite for the last. And now, knowing more than I knew before, I love it even more. Knowing that you drew this stuff yourself is awesome.
Yeah, and isn't it cool because it has a feeling to it. There's this quality, like almost like it almost feels like I'm looking at a poster for. Well, it looks so science fiction in some ways. It kind of carries this kind of otherworldliness to it that I really like, and the fact that you have these continuing characters in there. I just feel like there's so much. It's like I'm looking into a window into another world. Just some extraterrestrial kind of. There's a lot of space there. Like, let me look at it close.
Hold on. Before we get too far, what's the title?
Watermelon Manifesto.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That totally fits. Absolutely. Giant strawberry. There's all kinds of fruit stuff going on in here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like them.
I like the corn. I like the corn coming out of the nose.
Yeah.
You got the giant. You got a giant caterpillar back there.
Do you know what is actually coming out of the nose?
It's not corn.
It's boogers.
What? What are you guys? Oh, I see it. Okay.
That's my adolescent self going, I wonder what would be funny. I should put boogers there.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. See? Everything can be art.
So that paper is handmade paper, and my mom made this. She made handmade paper, and that's what the art is made. The heart is made out of. You see the heart up there, right next to the caterpillar.
Yes.
All right. That's handmade paper.
Yes, my mother made handmade paper from her grandfather's paycheck stubs. And you can see little bits in paper of his writing on it. Those are his paycheck stubs. And she made paper out of it. And she just gave all this paper to me that she handmade. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll make something out of it. And I seen that particular color and I felt like it would match. And I was like, all right, so...
So each layer of that heart is handmade paper.
No.
No? What is it? Is it the back?
No. What's handmade is the snot that's coming out of the nose.
Oh, okay.
See the heart. The heart up there, right underneath the grapes.
Right.
The grapes right there.
Right. I see those. Yeah.
That's looks like handmade paper. The heart. If you look closely, that's a heart right there.
Yeah, I see the heart, but he's saying is it layered? It looks like the heart's layered. There's layers into the heart.
There's 2 layers.
Okay. 2 layers of handmade.
2 layers of handmade paper.
Right. That's what I meant.
Paper. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I would say so, definitely. No doubt about that.
Yeah, man.
When did you start doing this? I mean, when did you start making these things? These taking this approach?
High school. Senior year of high school.
What made you start doing these at that time?
I liked the way it looked, and I liked how I can add so many different elements at once. Like I can add something realistic to something non-realistic, and make these kinds of art because I just find it to be releasing. It's a release from reality.
Did you take
like that?
Did you take art in high school?
Yeah, I loved art class. It was like my sanctuary.
Yeah, it is for a lot of people.
That's for me as well.
I went there for art and free lunches.
Yeah.
I went there for art, and I only became an artist because my best friend from high school, I was going through some kind of crazy crisis. I don't know what was wrong with me in college, and I was hating everything. I was in engineering school, and my best friend from high school said, "Why don't you do art? You always love that." And I was just like, you know what, man? You're right. Because everyone else was telling me not to do art. And I was just like, you know what, man? I'm going against it. Fuck it. I'm going to do art. And it was the best decision ever happened to me because I swear.
Hey, Ted, don't do art.
Oh, God. That's it.
Oh, man.
That's brutal.
Actually, there's a lot of people out there who will tell you that, you can't make any money from art. It's not worth pursuing. And it's like, it is, because it's good for your mental health. And a lot of times when your mental health isn't the greatest, it's a release from that, Kind of like how I said at the beginning of this video, I can only make art when I'm happy. Well, that's a contradiction because I make it when I'm sad too. So,
Keep doing it. I would like to see what you do in the next 3 years. I mean,
well, before we get that far though, so do you have drawings currently in your sketchbook that you're going to be using? Do you already have stuff that you know is going to be used in the future?
Nope.
Wow. So you only draw in this?
You like spontaneously start drawing these things when you feel like it's time to draw to start making a painting, a piece. Is that what happens? Wow, that's a whole different kind of way of working. That is.
Yeah, because I'm intrigued with the idea that because that seems like I said before, then you have a lot of work to do in advance before you even start the piece.
Yeah.
Like right now,
I mean,
Purple Mountains.
So are you drawing Purple Mountains or are you painting the Purple Mountain?
So I painted the canvas black, right? And
okay.
I'm drawing, and I didn't draw. Excuse me. I'm painting Purple Mountains. So I'm painting these purple mountains, these hills at the bottom of the piece right now, and that's so far what I have done. So I'm just going to keep building and building off of that. And my inspiration is Medusa, because a few years ago I did a painting of Medusa, and I did add some different collages and stuff from magazines and stuff that I cut out of it, but primarily it was just a painting. So I have this canvas poster that I'm going to draw her up. I'm going to paint her, and then I'm going to cut her out, and I'm going to add her to this canvas. But right now, I'm working on the background.
Oh, okay. So, man, like I said, you give yourself a lot of work. Like you put the work in. It's no doubt. I see why each one takes a month, because you got to do a lot of work.
There's a whole building process. What, you know what? I was just wondering, are there builders in your life? People who build and do actually make things like buildings or cabinets, or they're,
or paper.
Well, you have a paper maker, yeah. That's a process in of itself. My hand goes out to anybody that makes their own paper. I tried it. It's hard. But
my mother's an artist.
Okay.
So you've watched somebody
create.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me finish what I'm saying, what I need to say. But my mother's an artist. There was a time period where I didn't really see her in life painting or drawing anything like that. But now that she's older and she's kind of settled down a bit, she's made her artwork's gorgeous. And she makes ASMR art, which means you can touch it, you can feel it. It's sensory art. So she has this one piece in particular that's taken her a year to make, and it's just strictly collage, and she puts so much material into it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
I mean, I love all of her art too. But yeah.
That is cool. So you are kind of inspired by your mother.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and influenced.
Yeah, definitely an influence. But there was a time period where she didn't make that much art, and now she's definitely making so much really amazing art, and I'm just so happy for her. And she was definitely someone who encouraged me to make art. She was I feel like that person in my life who was keep creating, don't stop, and I really owe.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you froze.
Riley, you froze. Oh, no. We lost Riley. She's going to come back.
She'll come back.
She'll come back. Here she comes now. Come on back, Riley.
The phone's not charging for some reason. Well, I mean, it's not charging. Oh, are you here?
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, you can see me?
No, we can't see you. But you can keep talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, well, that's weird.
I think the camera probably cut out for power.
Yeah, most likely. Well, that's weird.
Well, this is
charging.
It's okay. This is the conceptual segment of the.
Well, we're near the end of the hour anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I would say, like I was saying, my mother definitely was an inspiration. She definitely kept me going, and she encouraged me to keep making art. So yeah.
Oh man.
And my father, on the other hand, he owns a small business, torch and regulator repair shop. He repairs torches and regulators, and that's mechanical work. But I know I've worked for him for a long period of time, for almost a year. I was just cleaning torches and cleaning regulators and taking them apart. I found that to be super fascinating at the time, but I didn't pursue it. Yeah, I didn't pursue it because it's really dirty work. It's mechanical, so you get a lot of dried oil on your hand and dirt underneath your fingernails. You can't get out till 5 days later.
See, the more you talk, the more you tell us what's behind the work. I mean, in the beginning, you really didn't know what to say about them, but as you've talked through this whole hour, I'm beginning to see how your life is in those pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more there, and that's called the big idea. That's the big idea. And okay, there's a lot of stuff in there, and it's absolutely authentic. I like them.
All right.
Man, this shows you what can happen with Instagram. Just going through, finding people's artwork. and we both like your artwork a lot. And now that I learned more about it, I like it even more.
I really, Riley, you should just keep making and don't ever think about stopping. I mean, good times, bad times, just make art because.
And don't worry, I'll get that name generator going.
That's right. I'll start sending you titles.
Well, we're in the digital age. It should be there somewhere.
Yeah, that would be great. My boyfriend's a poet. I tried asking him, and he's like, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh my God. Really?
Poets can't name poems either.
For real.
This I know as well. Oh.
Yeah, why are titles for poems so difficult?
Because you don't want to give away the poem. And then to make a title just be like completely random makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, see, that's how, the titles of my artwork are completely random, except for Watermelon Manifesto. That was a good name.
That is.
Yeah, speaking of Watermelon Manifesto, what's with the strawberry?
The strawberry. Oh,
the dissenter.
I love that strawberry. So there's some things I'll cut out of magazines that I don't want to use because they're so pretty to look at and like the imagery is so striking. Mm-hmm. And I love that strawberry so much because it had diamonds on it. Like someone took a photo of this strawberry close up with little diamonds studding it, like real diamonds.
Oh, those. Okay, I see the little studs there. Just a few of them. All right. Okay. Yeah. Right behind where the head, neck, and shoulder are.
Mm-hmm. And she's a popsicle, by the way.
Yeah, I saw the stick, and she's melting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because I was going to ask you about the stick.
This piece is deep. Because you can see the popsicle stick up where her heart is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's brutal. I don't know how to feel about that. That's kind of rough.
Yeah. You ever had your heart torn apart like that? It feels exactly like that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we all have.
My.
I'm going to steer away from popsicles. Maybe that's the problem. I love this face up here. The face that's up in the upper left-hand corner or right-hand corner. It looks like a ladybug's face, but it's cut by that purple. It comes right. It's right. It's just right of the eye, and it's got this cool little silly grin on the bottom, just below the purple. It's got one tooth sticking out. So
isn't it a caterpillar?
Yeah, but it makes it look like this strange alien baby face, right?
Stop doing drugs, Ron.
What?
Either he needs to stop doing drugs or I need to. Either one of us needs to stop.
Well, I can't. I just hate being a quitter.
Oh, goodness Lord.
Can't call me.
I'm going to wrap up the hour here.
All right.
Riley.
That was awesome, Riley.
Riley, anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Thank you. I've experienced a lot of technical difficulties, but this was a learning experience. So
this is a learning experience.
Opportunity, by the way. It was really fun talking to you guys.
Oh, thank you. It was absolutely illuminating for us.
Yeah, man. You really, I'm telling you now. You know, when I posted you up on my Instagram on my Low Tech 10, and a lot of my friends love your work. So
yeah, go give your mom a big hug, man. I would love to have Pablo Picasso living in my house.
Wait a minute. Speaking of making paper, didn't we all in high school have to gather the lint out of the dryer to make paper? Or is that just me?
No, I think that was just you. Yeah.
By the way, I don't live with my parents either.
Well, I didn't think you did.
Too.
Yeah. But when you see them, slap them on the back.
Oh no, I couldn't do that to my mom. She would get so mad at me. I'll just give her a nice big hug, like I usually do.
Oh, okay. Hugs. My family, we
I
slap
got
on the
that
back.
covered.
Cool. Excellent work. Excellent work. I would love to, I'm going to be watching your Instagram and see what other, I mean, I'd like to see what happens in the next year.
It changes. I'm telling you right now, man. This conversation changed my whole perception on looking at your work now.
Yeah.
Now I have to look at it differently.
You know, actually, when I'm looking at this one as a small thumbnail, it actually looks like a one shot from an animation with that black figure and everything else in the background.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love animation. Yeah. Actually, what got me into drawing first was anime. I started drawing anime first. I have so many embarrassing anime drawings.
What's your favorite? Okay, what was your favorite anime? Let's see where you were.
Say Inuyasha. I like Bleach.
Oh, the Bleach is awesome. Okay.
Right now I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love that show. Can't find anyone who likes it though.
Oh my God! How many episodes of that show are there? Like about 1,000?
I'm into the second season. Season 2, Stardust Crusaders, Part 2.
All right.
So I won't start watching another anime until I finish that one.
But wow, really? You just watch one at a time?
Yes.
That's insane. Because there's so many. Like I watch anime all the time, and I can't watch just one at a time. That would wow, you're a trooper. So you made it through all of Bleach?
I didn't make it through all of Bleach. I was reading the mangas.
Okay.
I read a good portion of the mangas, but again, there's so many.
Yeah, Bleach is like
so many shows, like episodes of Bleach. But I remember reading those in high school. Fruit Basket, that was another one that I read. Let's see, I read a little bit of Sailor Moon. What else? I think Black Butler.
Oh yeah, Black Butler's nice.
Yeah, you heard. Okay, yeah, because that's when I started drawing. Was in middle school. My friend really was into Black Butler, and she also drew anime too, and I really got into it. But yeah, that's when I first started drawing. I just started drawing anime.
Oh, that's like me in comic books, man. I first started drawing because of comic books. I wanted to be the best Spider-Man drawer in the world, but it didn't happen. I started drawing other stuff. That's what happened when I got into art class. They were like, "What? We're gonna do other things." It's cool. Hey, we gotta go. I want to say thank you to Riley Tew. Check out her.
Thank you, Riley. Yeah, definitely.
Her artwork is incredible. She's on Instagram as Riley Tew, RILEYTEW. That's Ron Moya. He goes by, I'm not going to get his name, Matty DeShop. I'm Ted Washington. I go by just Ted Washington. I want to thank everybody for coming to UnsellableBeta. Riley, once again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. We're all logging out. Everyone take care of yourself. Stay safe out there, people.
All right. We'll see ya.